everybody. This is Sebastian Cross with the Krymzon Kompany TV show. As you know, I am Sebastian Cross, the new owner of the Krymzon Kompany show. And as you can clearly see, there is no Papo today and no Mr. Fuzi. Fuzi has been sent away for a while to reevaluate his wrestling knowledge and his mentality for the show. And who knows what happened to Papo. I just know that if Papo doesn't show up here next week, he's going to be sitting in the unemployment line like Mr. Krymzon. I am the host of what is to be the greatest wrestling program on Access TV today. That's fine, mock me if you will, but the ratings are through the roof. You'll end up in the doghouse if you're not careful on this show. Are you? Are you quite done?
I guess I am. Splatter, whatever you must say.
Oh, believe me, I will. Remember, folks, you can catch this show every Sunday and Wednesday night from 11 to midnight. Unless, of course, they run a special and run 2 episodes of this fine show back-to-back on local access Channel 3, and you can catch me on YouTube. And as soon as I get the YouTube address for that, I'll make sure it gets posted on this show.
Great planning.
It's not the same like it used to be.
Yeah. You could have had it ready before the start of today's show.
It doesn't matter. That's what I say. Anyway, folks, we're going to kick things off with the Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble is going to be January 25th. This is what I'm reading correctly here. Probably. Yes, January 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Actually, show starts at 7. Pre-show starts at 7. The card starts at 8. Check with your local cable provider, or if you are fortunate enough to have the WWE Network, watch it on the WWE Network for just $9.99 a month. Royal Rumble, perhaps the biggest event to kick off the year for WWE. Let's hope that it won't become a major flop. You know, much like a few of the past pay-per-views have. Because this, folks, is the road, or is the beginning of the road to WrestleMania. I can't wait either. It should be a very exciting WrestleMania, providing on how things work out for the Rumble. So far, they have listed as participants in the Royal Rumble. It's going to be, so far, Roman Reigns, the man who's been out for a few months because of medical purposes, as recovering from hernia surgery. Daniel Bryan, also a recipient of many a surgery, is going to participate in the 2015 Royal Rumble, which I think on both men's behalves could be a futile mistake. Daniel Bryan still not at 100%. Roman Reigns getting closer to that 100% mark than Daniel Bryan, and I think this is a bigger mistake for Daniel Bryan than for Roman Reigns because, as I said before, Bryan not 100%. He still has issues with his shoulder, the strength in his arms. This could be a career-ending match for Daniel if he's not too careful in the Royal Rumble. It's 30 men over the top. Those who don't know what the Royal Rumble is, it runs the same way as a battle. If you don't know what a battle royal is, let's see if I can break it down for you in WWE terms. In this case, it will be a 30-man in the ring battle royal. Man enters every 2 minutes, and of course, the winner gets themselves a title match at WrestleMania against current champion, the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar, managed by Paul Heyman. They originally were going to put it up to 40 men, but for some reason that plan fell through, and no idea why. But a man enters every 2 minutes to try to be the last one in the ring, the sole survivor, if you will. Kind of lost. There was something else I was going to put in there. Yeah, well, the only difference between a Royal Rumble and a Battle Royal is that in the Royal Rumble, every 2 minutes, another participant enters the match to try to be the sole survivor in the ring. And as I said, the winner gets a title match at WrestleMania. And this is what makes this very dangerous for. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Usually the luck of the draw. Obviously, if you draw number 1, chances of you actually winning the Rumble not as good as, say, if you draw anywhere between numbers 26 to 30. But it's going to all depend on the luck of the draw for Daniel Bryan. The United States champion, Rusev, is going to be in the Royal Rumble. Now, keep in mind, up to this point, Rusev has never been pinned, or has never submitted to anybody, so he still remains undefeated, which is why it kind of ticks me off that he didn't get the Breakout Star of the Year back at the Slammy Awards. The new Intercontinental Champion, Bad News Barrett, is going to be in the Royal Rumble. As a lot of you know, Bad News Barrett got the Intercontinental title from former champion Dolph Ziggler, who was recently fired on Monday Night Raw. One of my favorites, Follow the Buzzards, the man of 1,000 truths, Bray Wyatt, will be in the Royal Rumble this year.
I actually like Bray Wyatt.
I do too. And the Lunatic Fringe, Dean Ambrose, another participant in the Royal Rumble. Now this makes things interesting, because depending on when Reigns and Ambrose, depending on when their numbers are, it could come down to 2 former members of the Shield going head to head, and it should be a very interesting situation if Ambrose should happen to go against Roman Reigns. And of course, you have Papo's Cosmic Connection. Both Goldust and Stardust are going to be in the Royal Rumble. Now, there's a lot of speculation going around that Goldust and Stardust, as a team, could very well be going their separate ways. People would like to see Stardust fade off into the sunset and come back as Cody Rhodes. I know Papa would say, who? We've done this bit before, but I think that maybe Stardust should retire the Stardust name while it's on top and come back as Cody Rhodes and go against his brother. But who knows? Only time will tell in the Royal Rumble. So those are the 8 participants that are going to be in the Royal Rumble. Let me run that list down for you one more time. It's going to be Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, former WWE World Heavyweight Champion, U.S. Champion Rusev, Intercontinental Champion Bad News Barrett, Bray Wyatt, Dean Ambrose, Goldust, and Stardust. Those are going to be so far, what WWE has announced as the participants in the 2015 Royal Rumble, coming January 25th. Check your local cable provider and the WWE Network for more details.
Yeah, that's gonna be really good. I can't wait to see that. I really do agree with you, though. I think it's just bad news, not including Bad News Barrett. I really think it's just bad news for Daniel to get in there and Roman Reigns. I really think they should let themselves heal a little bit longer. I think it's kind of stupid to do that.
Oh, and let's not forget, before I move on, by the way, let's not forget that there is going to be a triple threat title match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. It's going to be WWE World Heavyweight Champion Brock Lesnar taking on, once again, John Cena, who will also be challenged by Mr. Money in the Bank himself, Seth Rollins. And whoever wins the Royal Rumble will face one of those three men come WrestleMania.
Please say the name is not Cena.
I would love to say the name is not John Cena, but I have the feeling that John Cena is going to walk out champion as the champion. I don't think it's going to be too good for Brock Lesnar. Although, from what I've seen from Monday night, it could very well be Seth Rollins. But who knows? Who knows? Let's see here. Get to watch. What is this? You get to watch the replays of Raw on the WWE Network also. So who knows? Maybe they actually got this one up from last week.
Oh, that would be good. I'm actually trying to find. They used to have a listing of what order, like most wrestlers won. Their statistics, the statistics of winning the Battle Royal, luck versus numbers.
I think
I'm actually just trying to find that now.
I think Kane holds the record for most eliminations in the Royal Rumble itself, but I'm not 100% sure. The Warlord, no, I think Santino Marella. His record beat the Warlords, I believe, for shortest time in the Rumble. A lot of those records have been beat. Okay. Also, let's not forget, I'm going to plug The Seventh Son, coming out February 6th in theaters worldwide. I'm guessing that's another WWE production. It's got to be this. It's got to be. I'm getting all this information, by the way, from WWE.com. This is what we do. Yep. The Authority this past Monday night has confronted John Cena. Yes, folks, I'm starting with the Raw. With Raw, not the Raw. But let's see, what do we got here? What was that? Oh, okay. Yes, the Authority has confronted the challenger for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, John Cena. It appears.
Oh, I have some interesting information for you.
Oh, do you?
Did you say Kane was the one who held the record?
For most eliminations.
Okay, this is actually on the WWE site. 25 stunning Royal Rumble matches. Definitely not going to go through the list, but this was Stone Cold Steve Austin, number 3. He had 3: 1997, 98, 2001, and along with his blah 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 Hall of Fame, so on and so forth. To top it off, to achieve his 2001 Royal Rumble win, Stone Cold ended Kane's record-setting run of 11 eliminations, throwing out the Big Red Monster in a WWE Championship match at WrestleMania.
Oh, so he beat Kane's record.
I guess so.
Oh, all right. Oh, there. See, I just got a little bit of an education there. Some past education at that. Nah. Okay. Yes. And like I said, I think Santino Marella, though, holds the record for shortest Royal Rumble stay.
Was it like 2 or 3 seconds or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He beat the Warlord's record, who didn't really get into the ring and just got himself eliminated rather quickly. As I was saying, the Authority confronted John Cena and gave Mr. John Cena an opportunity to get his little buddies, Eric Rowan, Dolph Ziggler, and I don't remember who the other one was, to get them reinstated. But in order for them to get reinstated, he would have to beat Seth Rollins in a lumberjack match, which didn't happen. Seth Rollins defeated John Cena in a lumberjack match. Or in that lumberjack match, I should say.
I love lumberjack matches. Those are my favorite. I can watch them all day long. I think they're so fun. Even if wrestlers try to get out of the ring, they throw them back in again.
Yeah, I love it because that's the only time when you get to see outside interference being legal.
Exactly, yes.
Those are some of my favorite matches of all time. Let's see what. Move closer so I can see. I'm trying to find out how we actually won this, folks. See, it's a lot. It's not as easy trying to do this single-handedly than if you have a full panel here.
I feel a little small violence going all around my
Really?
I do.
Really? Really?
Well, see what happens when you fire all your co-hosts?
I didn't fire anybody. They just decided not to show up.
Yeah.
Of course, they could be fired if they don't come back. Oh, look at that. Well, Seth Rollins got the victory over John Cena with the assist of Antonio Cesaro. What? Well, I didn't even notice. With the assist of Antonio Cesaro, giving the Cesaro swing to John Cena and sending him into the barricade. And also the big ham hock KO punch from one Big Show. This assisted in giving Mr. Seth Rollins the victory. So in other words, no more Mr. Ziggler and no more Mr. Eric Rowan. Until probably after the Royal Rumble when they'll just make some kind of miraculous comeback. Because that's the way that WWE runs its storylines. Okay. Do we not have a light? The next match we're going to go over is not really that big of a deal. But it was the New Day versus Antonio Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. See, I don't like the idea of the New Day. Or at least not the name of the faction anyway. They could have, they should have stuck with the original plan, and that was to make a Nation of Domination version 2. That would have made more sense than calling them the New Day. I wish somebody could actually answer this one. To why are they called the New Day? I don't know. Have no clue. Although I think you're going to go look it up, aren't you? Of course you will.
As long as my phone don't die.
Right? Next match was Roman Reigns defeating Luke Harper on Monday Night Raw. Roman Reigns is on a tear as of late, and his sights are set recently on the Big Show. That should prove to be a hell of a war when that one finally comes down.